Oh my god, dude, that's so gnarly. That's the last of the land. Goodbye, land. Goodbye. What's up, buddy? Let's go. On this trip, we'll sail to the Bahamas from Florida on a 29-foot vessel, a sailboat named the Flying Dutchman. In life, there are two types of fun. Type 1, fun in the moment. Hanging out with friends, playing sports, whatever you like to do. Type 2 is fun in retrospect. Like going and biking across the country, surviving a bear attack and the like. It's hiking in the rain. It's the stuff you look back on and you're like, wow, that was crazy. But that was me living life. This trip is type 2 fun. All the way.
Hey, seriously, is this safe? 50-50. Hey, 50, what, like 50% we live, 50% we die? Yes. Oh, what the?
Technical difficulties. Captain and owner of this sailboat was my good friend from college, Sean, who I hadn't seen in a couple years. He worked remote, and he was going to go live in the Bahamas, but had never, ever done any deep ocean sailing, and he needed a crew. That's where we came in. Both me and the one other person that I would bring to Davy Jones' locker with me if anything went wrong. My buddy Hank. We gotta keep him in frame.
My sailing experience is pretty much zero. I did sailing for one summer at camp on Lake Merritt in Oakland, California, where I grew up. And I remember we sailed on these, like 6-foot boats, little tiny things. And I remember capsizing one time, and that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, likewise. I would say my sailing experience is above average. My dad's from the East Coast, spent some time out there sailing in similar little 6-foot little opti boats, as well as like up to 10 to 16-foot boats, but never deep ocean, always in a bay. So suffice to say, we were embarking on a new adventure, and we were stepping outside of our comfort zone. So, with our plans set, we packed our bags and headed to the airport. Now, you see, our friend Sean had rented a car with the intention of picking up supplies and us from the airport, but it broke down and he lost communication with the owner. As such, our timeline got pushed way back. This meant that we'd go straight from the airport down south towards Homestead, where we'd go to a Publix, get some supplies, grab some dinner, and then drop the rental car off and grab an Uber to a random spot in the Everglades where our boat was parked. We're at a random spot in the Everglades. Hank right there running, boats parked out at sea. We gotta ferry this stuff via kayak.
On like the side there.
Okay, look at the boat, it's like right there. We got our stuff. This is like a freeway bridge. Car coming here. There's the kayak and the paddleboard. What keeps it afloat? So the bottom water comes through. No, water doesn't come through. It just isn't hold full air, but we can tape it up in the morning. Oh man, I don't know if you can see it. I'm in this dinky little boat. We're getting folded like a toucan. That's the ocean. There's the boat. I don't know if you can see it. There. Try and get over there. Alrighty. We're on the boat. Technical difficulties. Water got on the bilge electrical, the new bilge pump, so they're rewiring that real quick. It's what, like 1 a.m.? We haven't left yet. Got most of the stuff on board. Quite a lot of organizing to do. So, I want to help out. We'll be back soon. Did you guys get it?
No, dude, the pliers.
Ah. Yeah, you gotta remake the moment. They did it, but we're gonna remake it for the video.
You ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Is it going?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Hell yeah. The bilge is bilging.
Dude, when I was coming down here and the bilge went out, I was behind the wheel, under sail, running over here with my manual bilge pump, pumping into the bucket and throwing it overboard. It was so sketchy.
Manually while sailing, check my heading, quick, go pump some water.
Yeah, no, and like, as soon as I was done like filling up half the bucket every time, I'd be like 20 degrees off course, and the foresail was about to fucking tack over, jibe over, and yeah, it was never good. Nothing ever came of it. But now I have you guys. No, so you guys are gonna have 2 big jobs when we're under sail. And that's gonna be I have it right here. Steering and sheets. Is number 1. And then solar and battery management. And then scrum the deck because you're the crew.
Do you mean swab the poop deck?
Salute.
Salud. Fucking A. To family.
To your boat.
Well, yeah, welcome aboard, boys. So, first off, most importantly, this is our ocean cabinet, alright?
We're underway. Ain't taking a nap. It's like 4 a.m. We got the maps going. What? Looks like we're gonna have some pretty decent wind. What, like 20 knots? Exciting, exciting. All strapped in. Let's do it. We're gonna basically go to the tip of like where the Bay of Biscayne starts, and then we'll be heading through a little channel out to the ocean.
It's gonna be windy. It's freaking sunrise though. That's the ocean. That's the last of the land. God, this is epic. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. That's so gnarly. That's the last of the land. Goodbye, land. Goodbye. We are now on the open ocean. You can't fucking tell us. Bobbin boat. What's up, buddy? Let's go. But where exactly were we going? We'd be sailing from Key Largo over 75 miles across the Gulf Stream to the westernmost islands of the Bahamas. Specifically, North Bimini and Alistown, where we could go to clear customs. Yo-wee! You hear some biggin' waves. Holy shit. Mr. Bones Wild Ride, you do not want to be down there. Look at that God ray. Big. In the gap between 2 coral reefs, there's like one over there and one over there. We gotta always be looking at the map so we don't run aground. It's still gnarly as heck. Holy Captain's gone off. I sprayed it water. I don't need to see the discoloration over there where there's white caps on the reef. See y'all. There's one right behind us too. We would continue to sail uninterrupted until we heard a snap as one of the mast shroud lines ripped from the deck. This left us dead in the water, and we rushed to reel in the sails to save the mast. We now placed our hopes and sanity upon the little engine in the berth of the Flying Dutchman.
Look how much faster I can do. Already cleared up. Cool. That's cool. What a big boat. Yeah, I mean, you're just trapping the land, so we have to bring on track. Yeah. I honestly think that's a lighthouse right there. Hello. What are we, like 20 hours into sailing? It's like 10 p.m. We are about 5 miles from our destination. And I think everyone's just about ready to be done. But exciting. Kind of hard to make the approach at night though. But let's see. I don't think we'll have any problem.
Let's do the update. One of our battery banks is dead. The fridge and freezer is dead. His cell phone and charger is dead. What else is not working?
My mast.
Your mast line that holds the mast on is broken, ripped mid-sail. But we are in the Bahamas. Ready to go ashore to customs. Goodbye, fearless leader. Look at him.
Bad man, son.
He was cool though. He was like blasting it in the immigration office all the time. So. Yeah, he's okay. I see what they mean about sea legs. We're on the Bahamas. Dude, people love these little golf carts. That's the go-to. Makes all the sense.
Okay, so if we're now stranded in the Bahamas, we don't have a working boat because our shroud line's broken and our blower's acting up. We need to find a wireless phone charger and get our captain's phone charged. But to be honest, in the meantime, with our fridge and freezer being broken, we're just hungry. Let's get some food. With a belly full of Bahamanian cuisine, we set out for the nearest yacht club in search for help with our rigging. And now, let's talk about rigging. On a sailing boat, the shrouds are the piece of standing rigging which holds the mast up from side to side. And you can see here where the shroud lines connect to the deck. And apparently ours were rusted out because on the crossing, one gust of wind ended up ripping one from the deck. And although the engine had gotten us as far as Bimini,
But we are in the Bahamas.
we now needed a rigger and new shroud lines to continue any further. Although the people at the yacht club were nice and helpful, all things considered, turns out there was no rigging to be had on the Bimini Islands, and we would be SOL. In fact, we'd have to find the parts we want, order them, and have them brought out by seaplane. But that's something we would have to figure out another day. With this new information in mind, we decided to forget about our problems for a bit and go enjoy the beach.
Oh, pretty. Oh, ain't that paradise? That looks about like this. Some of that coconut? Yeah. Coconut. Uh-oh. Heck, dude. I don't know if you can see our little sailboat. Ah, holy shit. This is awesome. On the sandbar.
Stingrays out here, should we be shuffling?
Shuffling? Oh, like in the surf? Oh, damn.
Yeah,
like in the sand,
in
yeah.
Florida, we shuffle our feet.
To what, scare them?
Yeah. Because, I mean, so the idea is like, you know, they're not going to fuck with you, but it's really easy to step on them.
The stinger too,
and
right?
then, well, no, you step on them, and then they switch.
They swing it.
Stuff, yeah. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Drag your feet.
I assume they have stingrays here.
Whoa! Look at the ground. When a wave comes, it like rips up the sand in like such a way I've never. Look at the sand behind it. You see all those like little micro explosions?
Yeah, you can actually see it.
That's fascinating. Like, look at you can see the surface tension in the water. It's so clear. How beautiful. Whee. Wow, that crazy architecture. Yeah, that's insane. And then like,
well, they got this stone.
you look here too, like slabs have been moved by hurricanes.
Oh, and the balcony, yeah. I was looking at the stairs.
Oh, dude, the stairs in the balcony are insane. The chimney, and then there's also just a hell of abandoned houses and boats. Hurricanes are harsh.
I think there's a common misconception that an island life is an easy life. But with an all too classic cosmic irony, paradise can quickly become hell. In the last 24 years alone, the Bahamas has faced 18 hurricanes. Burdened by their very existence on the island, like Sisyphus, they rebuild after the rising tide, only to see the tide rise again. But each time they rebuild, something is lost. More resources are imported, and more is swallowed by the sea. The islands in the Bahamas are not fit for the ever-elusive permanence that modern civilization works so hard to uphold. Instead, they require a delicate balance that puts on full display the destructive power of time. It's an ecosystem that cannot and will not ever self-sufficiently sustain the excess we have grown to expect. In many ways, this makes these islands a metaphor for our experience on our planet as a whole. It seems ignorant to build for the future when you know that permanence is an illusion. Why build for tomorrow when change is inevitable? When a hurricane could come and reset your progress? When you know the boulder will just roll back down the hill? But one must imagine Sisyphus happy. The Bahamas hold up a mirror and reflect the state of the world. Life here is not just environmentally unsustainable, but economically. There's a clear, distasteful, and ever-present wealth divide, mirrored so undeniably by decay and destruction. For us that have resources to opt in and out of island life, it's paradise. For those who are born here, it can be a prison. This divide is clear from space. This is North Bimini, the island we're on. This is a section which is a gated community, seemingly straight out of Florida. And this is where the cruise ships stop. And just south, outside the gates of this cookie-cutter suburban hellhole, you'll find the real Bahamas and its people. For reference, here's where our boat's parked. So, instead of building an integrated economic ecosystem where small businesses compete to maximize the quality of the experience for the consumer, we've got this manufactured hellhole that haunts me in my dreams at night. So I beg of you, if you're going to visit the Bahamas, do your best to visit and shop at local Bahamanian-owned businesses. The culture, the food, and the experience will be better anyway.
Merry Christmas!
All right, ran over. Where were we? We were just at the beach, and we had gone to the big electronics shop to see if it was open to get that wireless charger, but they were closed until the morning. So we decided to head up the beach, back to the boat, and get ready to go to the bars for the night. And as you see here, our only transport to and from the boat was the kayak and the stand-up paddleboard, which would become an issue if any waves were to show up. But we decided to not check the weather and head back for some drinks.
Some sort of concoction, bro. Got some antifreeze looking to it. Hey, mas. Merry Christmas! And a Happy New Year! That's yummy. Yeah. That's good. Woo! Cheers.
But wait, hold up. What is that white liquid that he's got in that cup? Well, my friends, that is gin milk. And here's Hank to explain that story.
We just got to the bar, each had our first beer, and we noticed that the bartender was drinking, this white cocktail. And I thought it was like a pina colada or something, like something tropical. We're in the Bahamas. When we ask what it is, the bartender goes, "Oh, it's gin milk." And we're like, "What?" Like, we didn't hear you right. He says, "No, it's gin milk." And I think Liam goes, "If that's gin milk, I will buy him one right now." So he goes back and we watch him pouring. We'll take a normal tumbler, put ice in it, well gin. It has to be well gin. And then half and half, just like that. And we get it. And he says, probably the most alcoholic thing I've ever heard, which is, "Oh, this is good because it's got no sugar, so you can just drink it all day and you'll be fine." So we tried it, and honestly, first sip, it's kind of like floral. It's just from the gin, like juniperness. It's like floral. It doesn't taste like much, not so bad. But as you drink it, it's just like curdles in your mouth almost, and just gets really nasty as you go on. It waters down, like watery milk taste. Not good. Probably the worst cocktail I've ever had at a bar. Humans have been combining stuff with alcohol for forever, for all of human history, and not once has gin milk become a popular drink. Not once.
So did some reading on gin milk here, and turns out it was a really popular drink. Punch, the humble gin and milk, typically enjoyed warm, was so popular in Dickensian London it could be breakfast. I just thought that was really neat. But anyway, while we were drinking our gin milk and our beers and enjoying ourselves, a big storm rolled through and decided to flood the island. Oh, it's pouring out there, dude. It's like a river. We gotta get back to the boat. The whole island's flooding out. Another freaking adventure. Yeah. We can't get some break, bro. All right, this next part I do not have much footage of, but it needs to be noted. This was the worst night of my life. Probably of all our lives. I'm not sure, but it sucked. Right? So it's pouring. We get back to the beach. We got a good buzz going. We have these kayak and this little paddleboard. We got to make it back to the boat. But the waves are crazy. It's a full-blown storm.
I don't know what your idea of a good time is, but this ain't it.
We've got waves coming left, right. It's dark. We don't have headlamps. We have just like the little mast light. I mean, it's warm water at least because we're in the Bahamas, but we got to just get soaked. We just got to get out there and go, and all our stuff's there. If you want to get to bed, quote unquote, which we'll see later is a fool's errand, we had to get back to the boat. So after some real crazy paddling, we make it out there. We tie off our paddleboard and kayak, head on board, and the boat's going. Immediately, like, you're just in the most utter state of discomfort. You're wet, you're salty, you are just rocking back and forth, you've got a buzz going. It's just like not a good vibe. And not just that, the storm's kind of sketchy. Like, these are big rocking waves. Normally with the front guy line, your boat will align accordingly so that you'll rock in a like whoop, 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 more consistent motion. That didn't happen. We were getting hit from every single which way. I didn't sleep. I was just sitting, bracing myself with one leg, just rocking with the boat. Maybe I got an hour, I don't know. Tried to do my best, but it was terrible. We wait every 20-30 minutes, having to look up to make sure that our freaking anchor is holding, because that's not all. Let's look at where we're positioned, right? If you look at a map, we're here, and there's shipwrecks and active like reefs and crap here. So if you think about where the water's coming from, west to east in this case, then we're getting just pounded. We're getting pounded. So if that anchor goes, we're toast, right? So that's something I'm considering, and my anxiety is keeping me up on that. But thankfully, anchor holds. We survived the night. The sun rises, and we decided to just hightail it out of there. Keep in mind, we still have no mast. We still have no like active use of our sails. So we try to get that motor started, and of course, it becomes an issue. It won't start, it won't start, it won't start. Eventually, when we're at our like literal mental breaking point, that freaking engine goes and we are going very slow, but we're going through these waves still as we navigate around. I'll show you on a map. This cove through these reefs so we could get to the protected little bay on South Bimini. And so we finally came to a rest and to a break in the storm, and we were able to bring ourselves back to some degree of composure.
And now for something completely different.
Pooping. You just sticking your ass in the water?
Where they go, bro?
Dude, they just floating away. I gotta see this with my own eyes. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, boys. Hello. We survived a storm at night. There's our boat. We're now on South Bimini. We went like all the way around there because it's a really bad storm. It's really windy. We went around this cave or coral on this point. Now we're parked over here. It's like 2 feet deep all the way out to that boat pretty much, except for the shelf that we're like anchored out, which is like 6 or 7 feet. So we literally just walked here, like from that boat, which is insane. They're talking about mangroves. What's up, boys? I really am curious about what these holes are, dude, because they're all throughout the...
They're probably little worms. Oh, crabs, yeah.
But they're like, yeah, and they're everywhere in these like shallows. They 200 people and 4 cars, South Bimini. Oh, I forgot to mention, in that storm, well, the kayak got destroyed. It's done. And then the paddleboard, it got washed off the boat. So we had no paddleboard, we had no kayak. So that's why we walked in too. And now we had to make our way via this long road to the dock where we could then catch a ride on a water ferry to North Bimini, where we could continue our search for rigging. But more importantly, hopefully we could find if our paddleboard had washed up on one of the beaches the night before. So let's take a look at that.
Got a ride into town. Get to the ferry to go to North Bimini, try and get a computer charger and figure out our rigging situation. And find the paddleboard that washed. I forgot to menstruate last night. We're hoping we can find it on the reefs or the beach somewhere. Or find someone who found it. Let's get on out. Thanks, guys.
The real name is Mini, like bicycle, two wheels, too many islands, north and south.
Interesting.
But everyone says Bimini.
Huh?
Everyone says Bimini though.
Yeah, but it's Mini,
Bimini.
meaning too many islands, north
Yeah.
and south. And if you notice, Bimini spells Bimini. When two eyes asleep, one always awake. This ain't no game. The city got four eyes, but they can't see. Now, if you notice, Exuma has pretty water, but Bimini has three shades of blue. Taikoi, crystal blue, and deep blue. Three. Okay. What y'all got going on, man?
Well,
We got a few things.
we sailed here
You see
from
that?
Florida in a storm, and it took out some of our rigging and our fridge and some of our
Where you
chargers.
sailing from? Key West?
Key Largo.
Key Largo.
So that was a pretty rough sail. And then everything was closed yesterday. We were parked on this side. We got hit by the storm last night.
Man, don't fuck around in the back there, buddy. You just take a sailboat off the fucking beach in the back there.
Yeah.
You can't anchor in the back there, man. Lucky you ain't on the fucking beach, man.
Now we are.
Yeah, we are. We know. It was a rough.
Oh,
It was a rough night last night.
Listen, well, boy, see here? If you notice, right, all the marinas on this side, that pier gonna collapse in a minute. Bimini was here 200 years ago, way before you come here. Ain't nobody put no fucking dock or no marina and shit back there. Cruise ship go in the cold, man.
Because that's where the ocean
What
comes
make you
from.
think you got all the sense? No matter where you come from, you come on a sailboat or a jet plane, we treat you just the same.
What's doing up there, buddy? We're trying to find the paddleboard right now. Walking the ocean. That's what we were in last night. A little bit worse than that, actually. Ooh, paddleboard recovered. Rigging information retrieved. Kind of. Back to it. We got to start on it. Back to South Bimini. Okay, so at this point, as far as like the rigging information is concerned, the information is we're toast. We need to fly back, get rigging, or like order something and have them bring it over by plane. So that timeline is totally toast. At this point, we're planning on eating our plane ticket or somehow getting a ride to Eleuthera, but that seems ridiculous. But we have 2 weeks as far as vacation's concerned. We want to spend time with our buddy. And like, why not in the Bahamas if we're here? And so with all that, it became just more and more apparent that we should settle, chill out, get some dinner, and just think about what we're gonna do over the next couple days and explore our options for getting off the island. Little did we know that a storm that had rolled through was really just a precursor. Thirsty turtle. We're stranded here. Deep lanes now.
Okay, so we're at the Thirsty Turtle on South Mooney. It's the only one with a pool table, and it's just us there with this goofy bartender who keeps singing. He's a super nice guy. And there's this little hook game that we end up playing a lot of where you try and throw this little ring on the hook. The bartender's a utter beast at it, but we're having a good time, and we decide to stay for like 1 more, 2 more games as we look at our phone and kind of explore the options to get off the island. And those options really only are like a plane, either from this like really small airport that they have, which is pretty infrequent, or more likely one of the seaplanes or one of the boats. There's a Bolero, which is like a high-speed ferry type deal. And so those look like our 2 options. There was this older couple that walked in with their buddy. The older guy, he's an ex-pilot, and we explain our situation, and he is very frank with us. He tells us we're not going anywhere. Nah, definitely not in a week, and maybe not even tomorrow, because if you look at the weather, there's a huge cyclone coming in from the south. So we're like now at a loss. We're like, wait, what do you mean? We have to leave tomorrow? He also says to Sean and us that like we can take our boat, such a gracious thing, and park it in his protected cove in front of his house. He agrees to come out at like 6 a.m. with a little tender and meet us and like bring us in to this channel. So we now have at least the most simple of tentative plans, which is we gotta get back to our boat, wake up early, get it into a safe harbor, and then see if we can't hitchhike a ride on this plane. If not, we're looking at booking one of, if not the last plane tickets off this island. And so everything just really collapsed in on itself in that moment. And now we find ourselves again a little buzzed, heading back to our boat. Luckily though, we had a ride.
To Fort Lauderdale, actually, that'd be great. We got the board. Oh yeah. Paddleboard in tow.
Makes a lot of sense. You're behind somebody's house, huh? Good thing I got my golf cart working today. Look how nice this road is. What the fuck?
Yeah, this road's hella nice.
This is where all the rich people live.
But that's not all, because guess who freaking forgot to leave the lights on the mast? Well, we did. And so now it's nighttime. We've got our little dinky kayak paddleboard situation. We got a paddleboard out to this boat that we can't see in pitch black. And it's so funny because when we started paddling, we're like, we thought we were going towards our boat. There was a light out there. We're like paddling over to our light. We're like, wait, that's like a catamaran. That's not our boat. It turns out the light we're paddling to is just some random boat. Thank goodness. You can kind of like scan the horizon and see just the silhouette of like a mast. Like, dude, so sketchy. Anyway, like we could barely make out the boat, and I'm like, we gotta go that way. And I'm on, keep in mind, we have like just the paddleboard and this dinky kayak, and there's multiple of us. Me and Sean are on the paddleboard, right? So I'm like knees down like this on the front, right? Imagine this is the point of the board, and he's behind me paddling, and I'm like balancing ever so carefully. So as not to like fall in the water, because I'm on this 2 people on one paddleboard. We're in this like reef with like all these little reeds where the sharks love to freaking hide, and the waves are kind of lapping at us. There's this like big wind coming in from this cyclone that's approaching. So we get out to the point where it's like Sean's like tired. It's like so difficult to paddle with 2 people. We can barely get to the boat that we can barely see. It was pretty iconic, and you could say that we were stoked to be on board. And we had plans and had to get up early, so. There's a reef here. I don't know if you can kind of see it right there. Pretty sketchy, it goes all the way out. There's like a gap though, so you can see it rest over there. We're gonna go through that little gap. go around and into that island. Pretty exciting. This journey has been crazy, crazy fun, eventful. That's what life's about, living, I guess, right? Woo! Got the Starlink set up on beam and internet. No, I went and took a I know where it is. You can see his boat's huge. His sailboat's massive. We're on South Bimini. The best Bimini. Best Bimini. For sure. Best Bimini. Best? Some no, very, it's the best. It's the best. By as we learned incorrectly, because we Googled it. Bimini is for sure the real name. Like, historically speaking, but the native name. Bimini. That makes sense, I guess. This is pretty cool though. We went over here and we met some really nice people last night that if we hadn't met, I don't know where we'd be. Because they're letting us park in there. Well, they Sean park in there for the hurricane level winds.
We'd still be planning on flying out on Thursday.
Yeah, we were planning on flying out Thursday. Apparently, tomorrow's the last day, period, we're gonna be able to fly out. So we're trying to hitchhike a ride with one of their friends who's flying back to Florida, maybe. Otherwise, we gotta charter a seaplane. You know, things. And our plane doesn't leave like Florida till the 16th, so we might just do a road trip in the mangroves and go hit up Louisiana or something. I don't know. Keep it posted. Look how eaten up my feet are, holy crap. See all this bug bite? That's what we need. I think that's what we're gonna be on. Something just like that, dude. Look at that little dinker. Bro. Look, yeah, look how small that thing is. Like coming in sideways. Yeah. It's so trippy, like for me to watch smaller planes because they just go so much slower. Uh-oh. They grabbed the wrong letter. Got this shipwreck, dude. I want to see shipwrecks. This is cool, man. That thing is f***ing big. Like, that was a huge island hopping tender vessel. Like, you could put so much cargo.
Yes, bro. That's like $4 grand on top.
Really?
Up front, yeah.
You think it works?
It doesn't look that old. Nice wiring. It should.
Dude, that's like a legit, like, you could make a lot of money with that boat.
Where's the GPS?
Let's do a couple less years between hanging out. Yeah, there we go. You know? No COVID again. That made it hard. And then graduating into COVID.
To the seaplanes. Gonna get on a little private plane and get the heck out of here. Which should be a pretty cool experience, honestly. All things considered. Like, yeah. Little microplane, dude. I'm excited to like see the check-in process at Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
I feel like a little microplane. Oh yeah. I wonder if we can get the shuttle. Our plane leaves in like an hour and we're stuck on the ferry. Oh boy.
Gotta fucking ride!
With the only connection between the two islands being broken, the smart local with a speedboat ripped on over and started taking people across for cash. Luckily, we found a spot. And then we all found the perfect taxi driver to absolutely rip it down to the seaplane dock.
We're walking. I'm following the pilot. Bye, Sean. Jesus, man. Didn't think I thought we were gonna sail home, but this will work.
I mean, we can sail.
Yeah. It might take it a little slow. I mean, hey, we crossed it 3.5 knots.
This shit, dude. This is cool.
Wow. So we put our bags back here. Yeah, front of the plane.
Actually, were you both wanting to sit?
I wanted to sit up here, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll take that backpack. Thank you very much.
This is sweet. Oh, freaking.
Please. You know what? I'm a bit stressed and you guys are drinking beer in front of me.
Do you want to?
We're not flying, though.
Hey?
We're not flying.
Yes, you're not flying?
I'm not the one driving.
No, but...
Do you want to switch?
No, but if it moves, it's not gonna...
No. Don't worry.
It smells...
I promise you. Ah.
Just have everybody's attention real quick. I have to go over a mandatory safety briefing. That was fast.
That's my leg room. Or lack thereof. Get this wired up.
Hey, can you take a picture of us? Before we take off.
I'm capturing the whole experience here.
Oh, I got my hand in there. There we go.
Sorry, don't worry.
Wait, how about
No.
how about one of you two like pointing out the window and looking like, oh?
The co-pilot is down there on the pontoon pulling up the rigging while the plane's moving. That's so cool. Look at it, bro.
I want to see my boat. My boat is right there.
Oh yeah, your sailboat or what?
Yeah, we have a sailboat.
We sailed here too. And one of our rigging lines ripped. So we're leaving our friend here. We were originally going to go to Eleuthera, but we'd be stuck, you know?
We crossed when it was perfect last Monday.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we booked ahead 2 weeks. We can't do that, you know? We were flying in. Worst thing to have on a boat is a schedule. No. We learned. All right, Hank. It's already been like 30 bucks. How do you feel so far?
I'll just pull out 50 now.
Yeah, if you just pull out $10 every minute, that'd be great. This is so cool. You know, that's the part of adventure, right?
You don't know what's going to happen.
It's all about...
Go with it.
You just go with it.
I've only followed since 4 years ago on regular.
Yeah.
So this is something like it's huge.
It's super exciting. And that's so great that you become more comfortable with it, because it's just
I've flown 30 times.
Right, and it's just, with flying, the fear of flying is so rational, but at the same time not. It's weird. Right, you just have to treat it like driving a car. The more you do it, or you get familiar with it, you get in your car every day without thinking about it. A plane's safer than a car. Yeah, exactly. And they're so fun. So cool to fly. Think about it, 99% of humans that have ever lived never had. We fly places. That's so cool. Alrighty, here we go. Woohoo! This runway isn't made out of dirt. This is not a paved runway. This is water, bro. Yahoo! Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. This is different than sailing. Yeah. Whoa. Yo, look out the left, Hank. Look out the left, Hank. Wow. It's so small! Holy shit, flying is so much more visceral on a tiny little fucking plane. The cruise ship. There's the Biminis. Okay, so we were parked with our sailboat like right there. Right past the cruise ship. We were parked there. And then we moved around the point, you know? We are all on the other side now.
We saw you.
You saw our sailboat, yes.
Yesterday.
Yes, and we had to move around the reef, all the way around.
What you were doing there.
Yeah, we were stupid. Yo! That's where we were. We were literally in the middle of nothing. Look at that container ship. So cool. across this. This feels normal. Like I'm not.
I know. Shaking back and forth feels so normal now because of the boat. We crossed all of this by a sailboat. How insane is it to think that you crossed this by sailboat?
See Miami coming in the picture.
Oh, there's the airport. See the airport?
There she is. Yeah. You went right there, yeah. Yeah, that inland line, like look at the intercoastal canal. You see it? The Everglades are just literally like, they just become, the city ends and it just becomes swamp in every direction. There's the edge of the city. Going into the runway, there's the Hard Rock Casino. Got Miami in the distance. Here's Fort Lauderdale Airport right in front of us. Nice and windy today. It's gonna be a little gnarly landing, but not too bad. It's like 30-mile-per-hour winds.
We're just getting a little bit, it's like sailboat is with water, is the plane is with wind. Just bob around a little bit, nothing crazy.
Woo-hoo-hoo, look at us moving. Shake your bamba. Shake your bamba.
Oi! Yeah, when you get down to low speed, that wind kind of affects you a little more than a big plane. That's fun. Here comes the final approach. How cool is it looking out the front of a plane when it lands? Wow, never had that experience before. We made it back to the old America.
Hey, yo, it's Liam. Notice the vast majority aren't subscribed, so if you like my personality, like my content, subscribe. I'm gonna give you a little preview of episode 5, so something to look forward to. So, here it is. Well, we're in Florida. We've got a rental car. We're getting a Cubano. Next step, mangroves. Alright, we're on the Everglades Trail. Welcome to the Everglades. We're like in the middle of the Everglades. It's nighttime. We might go on this little nature hike. Nature trail. Middle of the night. Everglades. Oh yeah. Let's watch out for panthers. This is scary, bro.
West Coast is unknown.
Yo, what the fuck? This is sauce's beans, dude. Oh, wait, go back. What is that, dude? We are literally in the middle of fucking nowhere, Everglades. Look at this water. Look how pure these things are. Holy fuck, there's a huge gator. Yo, do a 360. Let's make sure there's no more of them. Decided. Stay in Everglades. Explore. Neat.
It's National Park.
That's Park where it's Shark Valley, dude.
Meanwhile, when they build these nests,
The wet season is from May through November.
We're gonna go hike to this big old lookout tower. Do some cool stuff. This is cool. I'm so freaking stoked for crab cakes, and this woman Lisa, the server, is the most awesome person. Look at that thing. Oh!
They don't care.
We're gonna do an airboat tour. Let's do it. We're on this fucking crazy pier that you gotta pay for, but it goes kite surfers everywhere, man. Big guns. Big fort. Hello, fort. A million fucking hotel rooms. No exaggeration. For real, for real. It's like 20 miles of these condos. They're big.
Dude, here, we found an empty one. These are all like 1.2, 1.4.
This is a cheaper neighborhood, dude. St. Pete's is so cute. This is our little hotel. There's a little wine bar. We're waiting to find parking, but you walk in here and it smells so strongly of bleach, bro. Like murdered someone in here and tried to clean it up. Oh man. This place is nice. Nice place.